Hey everybody, this is Dust for Dusted on Gaming with a couple of gameplays with Blue-Black Teachings Tron. Those of you who didn't see the deck tech in the deck building, basically this is a Blue-Black control deck using some of the Tron lands, a la some of the old Blue-White Tron lists, using Mystical Teachings to go fetch most of your deck. You have Mystical Teachings is an instant that allows you to go grab any card that's an instant or has flash, which means things like Torrential Gearhulk and Vendilion Click are fair game. Beyond that, you have some of your typical blue-black control stuff. Fatal Pushes, Cast Downs, be able to kill early problematic creatures, Remands, and Condescends to disrupt what your opponent's doing counterspell-wise. Couple Nexus of Fate. Once you start getting a clock on the board, it starts to let you accrue advantage with your Gearhulks and your Vendilion clicks. Beyond that, you have Expedition Maps to go fetch up your Tron lands and your various bullet lands. Search for Canta, card advantage. Beyond that, Commit to Memory helps to answer early threats, or problematic permanent, or you can flash it back with Gearhulk later in the game. Draw fresh 7 cards, start going off that way. A couple Walking Ballistas to answer early creature rushes, and pretty good mana sync with Tron. Pull from Tomorrow, huge card advantage spell if you have Tron active. One of Engineered Explosives to kind of serve as a pseudo sweeper against some of the faster aggro decks and problematic 1 and 2 drop permanents. And a Cyclonic Rift as a bounce spell / upheaval on your opponent's board. So that's pretty much the main deck. Other than some of the bullet lands, you have a couple Teleria Wests, which allow you to fetch up your Walking Ballistas or your Engineer Explosives. You have an Academy Ruins to recycle any of your various artifacts, like your Expedition Maps, your Talisman of Dominance. And probably most importantly in the main deck, Torrential Gearhulk, because there's a very good chance you could run out of threats otherwise, because we're not running a ton of threats in the main deck. We're running 2 Gearhulks, 2 Clicks, and 2 Walking Ballista, so allows us to recur our win conditions, Field of Ruin to disrupt your opponent on things like Tron, Valakut, Manlands, etc. That's pretty much the main deck. It's a very experimental build. It's probably weak to fast aggro, and I'm sure there are some other issues that'll come up, but that's why we're testing it. Sideboard, couple negates for controlling matchups and combo. One of Bojuka Bog against graveyard decks you can get with your Expedition Map, Field of Ruin. Likewise for disrupting things like the Tron Mirror Match, etc. A couple Wormcoil Engines for disruption against aggro decks. Also pretty good in the mid-range grinding matchups like Jund or Mardu, even with our Kolaghan's commands and such. Recurring this a couple of times. Going to be really hard for them to win that game. Surgical Extractions against graveyard decks, against Tron whenever you're blowing up their lands. Primarily here's your graveyard interaction of choice. We could play Leyline in the Void, etc. if we really wanted to KO those decks, something to keep track of. 3 Collective Brutalities. This gives us game against decks like Burn, faster aggro decks, Collected Company decks, combo decks. It's a very flexible card. Gives us a lot of play against those decks. Consume the Meek is an instant speed sweeper you can get with Mystical Teachings. And Devour Flesh can be both a life gain spell for you and an edict effect against certain decks. Also, another early interaction spell. So we're going to play a couple of matches, see how they go. Let's play probably a couple 2-man queues. This is obviously a very experimental deck, so not sure how this is going to go. Against Monkey, or Monkey, not really sure. We want to play fast because this is obviously a control deck. Well, I guess we keep it? Question mark. This was actually probably a mulligan against most decks. We have no early interaction. Alright, well, against a Hallowed Fountain deck, this might actually be pretty good. In case we want to condescend a Search for Canta or something here. Squadron Hawk. I think that's just annoying enough that we want to counter that. Condescend and Polluted Delta. I think I'm interested in both of those. Ask our opponent here. Time is obviously very important in the control mirror. Serum Visions don't care about. This is probably the variant Cobblade deck I think I've seen, but I don't remember where I saw it. So Polluted Delta and pass. Yep, Serum Visions is fine. Okay, is this like a Lingering Souls or something? Feels bad, but gotta do what we gotta do. Not really interested in either one of those at the moment. Probably should have fetched there first. Since we're gonna scry anyway, it was kind of dumb not to, Alright, Remand's not a terrible draw here. Problem is, if I Teleria West for a land, then I'm not holding up blue mana unless I transmute for a blue land, so let's go ahead and hold up Remand here. It's actually pretty good against Lingering Souls. Let's try to flash that back. Which looks like what they're going for. Alright. There's the second of the two Tron pieces. Crucible of Worlds. I think that's just annoying enough that I gotta try to resolve this Gear Hulk. It's probably gonna get mana leaked or something dumb here. We're still ahead on clock, but just barely. Sure. You have Ghost Quarter or something, or are they just getting back Flooded Strand? Alright. I think we just passed the turn here. If they try to use their Flooded Strand on end step, we're just going to go ahead and commit this Crucible of Worlds. Yep. Got Your stupid Squadron Hawk now. Pull from tomorrow for 4 here. No other cards in hand is another Squadron Hawk. Okay, it's a Snapcaster Remand. Looks like it. Alright. Excuse me. Yep. Search for his Kanta, huh? You have a Spell Snare here? Yep. Alright. So all the awful cards coming back to bite us here. They're really gonna fire up Colonnade? Alright. Yeah, it's definitely a card. Engineered Explosives would be a decent draw here. So what can we grab with Teachings here? I don't know there's much of anything, honestly. Condescends, Thirst for Knowledge. Nexus of Fate, hope we hit an untapped land. Sweet. Let's grab one of our islands. Cast Nexus of Fate. Not really buying us a whole lot of time, but does what it's supposed to, I guess. Thirst for Knowledge, huh? do I still need? Mine, play out the mine. What can I do here? So I have access to... Can try to... What would Thirst for Knowledge even grab us here? I don't think anything. Guess this potentially keeps us alive for a turn at least. So it's unlikely our opponent will be able to kill us here, so they might just swing in with Squatter Hawks, leave up their mana. Nope, looks like they're going to fire up Colonnade. Nope, Sword of Feast and Famine. Alright. That's cute. It's definitely Cawblade. Glad we have that River of Tears to get rid of. Got about what? Snapcaster Mage? Academy Runes, you say? Grab a Teleria West. Alright, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Oh, Sword of Feast and Famine untaps their lands. That's nice of them. What the heck is this? Let's go ahead and go to the next game. So, Cawblade, huh? So, cards we likely want. We probably want the Negates. Probably want the Collective Brutalities. Possibly want Field of Ruin. Worm Coils are definitely a consideration. Field Push. Fatal Push is probably better than Cast Down, given the fact that they have stuff of that nature. Engineered Explosives is okay, but not great here. Not really a huge fan of Remand. Cut me one copy of Fatal Push here. And clicks are fine, teachings are fine, Nexus is fine. Cut one Nexus. And it's the last cut here. It's an interesting question. Yeah, go 61 cards, I guess. Some consideration for bringing in Surgical, but 2 Tron lands, an Expedition map. I guess we keep this. Guess technically Tron isn't as good in the matchup, and Wormcoil is bad against Path Exile if they leave it in. There is Expedition map. So I need that one. Guessing this one's gonna get remanded or something. Ceremonious rejection. Okay. I guess they're kind of thinking we're like Blutron, so ironically Ceremonious Rejection isn't even that good against us, generally speaking. Going for something like Lingering Souls here. Sword, sure. Guess we get rid of two cards for right now. Get rid of Fatal Push and Thirstful Knowledge for right now. Yep, you're gonna go like Squadron Hawk equip here. So I can do a huge pull from tomorrow here. I can... What other no choices do I have here? Do. Alright, Cyclonic Rift's not a bad one. Cards do I want to get rid of here? Guess I'm discarding the Polluted Delta and then getting rid of Swamp, Vandalion, and is it Talisman? I guess Condescend here. Okay, Mon Sculptor. This is exceedingly annoying. See why Cobblade was such an annoyance back in the day. Okay, so I have 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have enough to do what I want to do. Yep. So right now our opponent currently has a lot of cards in hand. Yep. Keep using your mana, friend. Guessing you put some of the Squadron Hawks back? Nope. So right now I have hopefully you don't have Dispel or something dumb here. That was extremely entertaining. Field everyone, huh? Yep, that's not unsurprising. Do we have a way to... Didn't I get rid of a counterspell earlier? Just good old condescend, huh? So if I brutality here, that's literally all I can do. Yeah. Let's click them and see what they got going on over there. We at least know the Jace is going on over there. Trophy Mage, Sword of Feast and Famine, Jace the Mind Sculptor, Squadron Hawk. So that's your hand currently. So they really can't deploy much and still hold up Cryptic. Sure. Grab Academy Ruins. Play out Academy Ruins. So here. Back Thirst for Knowledge here. I'm just supposed to use... Yeah, it's just supposed to use Fatal Push here and get aggressive. Very interesting first match with the deck. Call Blade versus Blue-Black Teachings. What year is this? Sort of Feast and Famine. Okay. Sure. That's kind of obnoxious. Puts. See if they react to Torrential Gearhulk hitting them first. Alright, so your hand is currently Detention Sphere, Trophy. That's your hand currently? So you got Crucible, Detention Sphere. Okay. Already played a land for the turn. I don't think Urza's Mine gonna do a whole lot of good here. Sad part is if we had is there anything... I don't think there's anything in my graveyard I can grab here, so... Well, it was an interesting first match. Should have gotten... Looks like I should have gotten Wormcoil Engine, but I know that was just going to be answered by Detention Sphere. So, what could I have even gotten there? So... It was a weird match. Oh well. Experimental decks are experimental decks for a reason. This deck still feels weird. I don't know how else to explain it. But I will be back some other time working on this deck a little bit more. This has been Dust for Dustin on Gaming, working on Blue-Black Teaching Tron a little bit. Got a Control Mirror match in. Deck felt weird? I don't know. Something just feels like it's off in the deck. But I'll have to play some more matches and see. This has been Dust for Dustin on Gaming. Catch y'all later.